let's start. Okay, so can you guys see my screen now? Hello? Can you see my screen or no?
Yes,
Yes po,
sir.
sir.
Oh,
Good. So as you can see, our topic for today is statistics. So before we start with the definition and then some examples and then some topics, do you guys or have you guys learned about statistics already? Even just the basics. Or this is your first time in learning about statistics?
sa ano po, sir? Statistics and probability subject nung senior high.
All right, that's good. So maybe some of you already know what is a mean, a median, and then a mode because those are the first three basic topics when it comes to statistics. All right, so anyway, the one that maybe you've learned from that subject is also quite similar with this one, okay? Or maybe that one is even more in depth, okay? Because statistics in Mod 100 is just, uh, parang papel lang kumbaga. Meron namang mga mas deeper na topics, pero still, just pahapyaw, right? Alright, so without further delay, let's start. So first, what is statistics? Okay. So all of the definition in here, I made it as short as possible and as straightforward as possible. Okay, so that you guys can get it as soon as you read the meaning. Okay, so statistics is a branch of mathematics dealing with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of masses of numerical data. So as you can see right here, it has like four things that you need to consider when it comes to statistics. And as you can see, this one is like arranged already. So those are like the they call this one. Those are like the steps that you need to follow for you to be able to do a certain uh, category when it comes to statistics. So the first thing that you need to do is to collect data. Okay. So that data is always numerical data. Okay. So I think 99%, 99%, 99%. Okay. So when dealing with statistics, we always deal with numerical data. Okay. There are no other kinds of data anymore. Okay. So the first one is we collect numerical data, we analyze the numerical data, and then we interpret and then somehow present it and then come up with a conclusion. Okay, so that's the main definition of statistics. Or in other words, this is just a collection of quantitative data, which is also numerical data. All right. So that is already statistics. Okay, just by collecting data, okay, by collecting a raw data, that's already statistics. Okay. All right. So we have two types of statistics. So we have the descriptive statistics and then the inferential statistic. So for the descriptive statistics, this one actually involves the collection, organization, summarization, and presentation of data. So as you can see right here, it's already in our definition before, wherein we collect, we organize, we summarize, and then we present it somehow. Okay. But in here, you will only see that after being collected, the things that you can do under descriptive is you can maybe arrange it from smallest to largest or largest to smallest, and then for somehow you may be able to organize it, okay, like using by their data type, okay, because we have weighted data and then we have frequented data, okay, so you can maybe separate those datas into two. And then once you're done with that, okay, we go with inferential statistic. So this one is super simple. Once you've collected the data, so we do inferencing. So in say inferencing, interpret the data that you've gathered. Like for example, you collected a bunch of data from this population. So now try to interpret whether what happened, how did it happen, and what are things that you need to consider for you to be able to predict on the things that will be going to happen. Okay, so because of course you can predict what will be the next one that will happen on that data. Okay, and then you might be able also to come up with drawings or graphs after interpreting that data. Okay. So of course, when we interpret, we come up with a certain conclusion. Okay, but some people, okay, of course, some data cannot be easily interpreted, so some doesn't have a conclusion. Okay, but mostly they can be interpreted, right, with the use of our formulas to solve a certain type of statistics. All right. So the first one, okay, that you need to learn when it comes to statistics is the measures of central tendency. So under measures of central tendency, we have three. Okay, we have the arithmetic mean, the median, and then the mode. Okay, so for now we will discuss those three because those are the three foundation or the three fundamentals when it comes to learning about statistics. Actually, without you learning those three, you already know how to do it properly. Okay, just by reading it one time and then taking a look at one example, you already know. Okay, so those are three super basic. Even grade six can do that one. Okay, so the first one is the arithmetic mean. Okay, so what is this arithmetic mean? Okay, so arithmetic mean is the most commonly used measure of central tendency. When in fact this is like 90% people use this one every time. Okay, and then the last two, the mode and then the region, is maybe for only 10%. Okay, so why? Because you will know later on. Okay, so the arithmetic mean of a set of numbers is often referred to as simply the mean. Okay, so when we say arithmetic mean, we can just say mean to make it short. And then to find the mean, so what does this mean? To find the mean for a set of data, find the sum of the data values and divide the number of data values. Okay, so to make it more understandable, meaning add all the data you have gathered. Let's say we have these data, five salaries. So add all of those or get the summation of those and then divide it with the count of those data or how many data you have gathered. So in here, we have five datas. One, two, three, four, five. So divide it by five. So whatever is the summation of this one, just divide it by five. And then you will now be able to get the mean. Okay. So as simple as that. Okay. So as you can see, it is the same process when you're doing what's so-called averaging or average, right? So you add all of those and then divide it how many counts of data that you submitted on the numerator, right? So before I will show to you guys the solution, can you guys follow or am I too fast? Or is there a question or a clarification so far? Clarification, guys, or question? None so far?
None, sir.
All right. So again, just let me know if there's a part that you didn't understand or if there's a part that there's need uh, to be explained more or maybe it needs more uh, clear explanation. So just let me know as soon as possible so that we can talk about it, okay, as soon as possible. All right. So the solution for this one is, so do not mind the uh, where it came from. So of course, it's like less, more or less 2 million pesos if you're going to consider it as a salary per month. But of course, it's not per month; it's per year. Okay, in other countries like US maybe, right? So here's the solution. So just add all of those five and then divide it by five, and then whatever is the result will be the mean of those five salaries or the average of those five salaries. Okay, 41,300. Right? So feel free to check whether this one is correct. So I hope some of you are already using your calculator, to add all of those five and then divide by five. So we should have the same answer, okay, which is $41,300. Okay. All right, so here's the technical definition of the arithmetic mean. So if this one is incorrect, so just let me know, okay? So the traditional symbol used to indicate a summation is the Greek letter sigma. Okay, so you guys already know this one. You have already encountered this one many times. So sigma is the symbol that we use for summation. Okay, thus the notation summation x is called the summation notation, denotes that the sum of all numbers in a given set. So we can define the mean using summation notation. Okay, so mean is the mean of n numbers is the sum of the numbers divided by n. All right. So here's the main formula for our mean. So to solve the mean, we have the summation of the data, okay, or the summation of x for the numerator, and then divided by the counts of data, right? Or the numbers of data, which is n, right? So I think it's no brainer already. You can already memorize that one without having a hard time or without sweating. The summation of x divided by n is equal to mean. All right. So let me give you two types of arithmetic mean. So before, statisticians often collect data from small portions of a large group in order to determine information about the group. Okay. So in such situations, the entire group under consideration is known as the population. So the word population here is not literal meaning of the population of the people. So when I say population, it is the entire count of data or the total data. Okay. So what is this total data? Okay. So let me give you a very good example. Like for example, uh, the population, okay, of the entire world is like 7 point something billion. Okay, so that's the total population of people in the whole world. Now, it says here, some statisticians get a small portion of it only. Okay, so we could see that Asia, okay, or North America, okay, or South America, okay. So those are the portions. Say we consider the uh, continents, okay, as a portion for us to get a smaller portion of that entire population only. All right. So let's say we want to get the population only. Okay, so the population that I'm talking now is a literal, okay, counts of people. So let's say we want to get the population of the Asia country only. Okay, so we have Japan, the Korea, North Korea, the Philippines, Vietnam, and so on and so forth. So any countries that is under the Asia. Okay, so the one that we've got is a small portion only, which is the sample. Okay, so if it's the entire population, we call that one the population. But if it's a portion of that population only, we call that one sample, right? So as you can see, sample is a subset of the population. So meaning it, sample is under the population because the population is the entire counts of data. Okay. So for us to represent whether what is population or what is sample, so we have this traditional denotation wherein x bar represents the sample, right? So we did this one x bar. So this one is an x with an horizontal on the top of it, right? And then for the other one, for the population, so we call this one mu, okay? So this is a Greek letter, okay? Actually, this is a lowercase mu, but if you're going to read this one, it's like myu, okay? This one is mu, Greek letter mu, okay? This one is x bar, this one is mu. So if it's mu, then we're getting the average of the entire population. But if it's the x bar, we're getting the average of the small portion of that population. So I hope you're getting the idea. So X bar, we're only getting the average of the Asia country. And then mu is we're now getting the average of the entire counts of data or the entire data itself. Okay. So is it clear so far, guys? Hello? Are you guys still there?
Yes, sir.
So any questions so far or clarification regarding with this one sample and population? Hmm? Ang sumasagot so hindi ko alam kung naintindihan niyo talaga or wala. Kasi, it's either you've completely understood it or you completely didn't understand it at all. Anyway, I'll just repeat. So when we say population, it is not the literal meaning of the counts or the population people. So when we say population, it is the entire count of a data of something or of that thing, right? And then sample is just a portion of it. So let's have another example when it comes to the mean. So 6 friends in a biology class of 20 students receive test grades of 92, 84, 65, 76, 88, and 90. So find the mean of these test scores. So as you can see, we've only got 6 people, or in a class there's 6 friends in biology. We're in a total class of 20 students. So as you can see, we're only getting a portion of the total of 20. So 20 is the population, and then 6 friends is just the portion or the sample itself. Okay, so we have here the 92, 84, and so on and so forth. Okay, so again, the one that we're going to use is what? Is it X bar or mu?
Sir?
X bar.
So the one that we're going to use for this one is X bar because we're going to solve for the average of the sample, okay, or the small portion of it only. So take note, both of those are the same way of solving the average. But if you have the incorrect symbol, okay, so of course you will get an incorrect answer because what you're trying to solve now is, let's say, the population. So the correct one should be the sample, which is the X bar, right? So for this one, just add all of those and then divide the counts of those data. So as you can see, we have 6, so divide it by 6. So here's the solution for this one. So again, we're going to use X bar, okay? And then summation of X divided by N. So just add all of those and then divide by 6. So just do the math, then you will get 495 divided by 6 is equal to 82.5. So we could say that the mean of these test scores from those 6 friends or from those small portion is 82.5. Right? So any questions so far? So feel free to verify whether this one is correct or no. That's why I'll always recommend that you must always have your calculator with you beside you. Is this correct? Is there someone who's trying to verify whether this one is correct or no?
Yes, correct, sir.
All right, that's good. Okay, so is it clear so far for the arithmetic mean?
Yes po, sir.
All right. So imposible hindi yan clear. Hindi ko pa pinapaliwanag yan, ginagawa nyo na yan dati, okay? So it's just that in statistics, we call that one mean instead of saying average, right? So moving on, yun pala. So right after your example, of course, kilala nyo na siguro ako, right after an example, you're going to have a quiz. So don't worry, it's just one number. Okay? One number for one topic. Okay. But of course, if I give you guys 2 numbers of examples, you also need to do 2 quizzes in that specific topic. So for this one, this is your quiz for the arithmetic mean. So a doctor ordered blah blah blah. So I'll leave this one to you guys. So just check your canvas later on. Okay, so maybe at around 12 o'clock since hindi ko ba siya nagagawa. Okay, so for now, yan. This is your quiz for the arithmetic mean. Okay. So super similar naman, wala namang quiz yan. So parang kwan lang, para lang ma-experience nyo kung paano ba mag-solve ng arithmetic mean. Right? So moving on, we have the median. So this one is also super straightforward. Okay. So when you say the median, okay, so from the word median, okay, you already know that, you know, the middle part, okay, or the mid one, okay. So this is another type of average, okay, that we call median. So essentially, the median is the middle number, as I am saying a while ago, or the mean of the two middle numbers if we have even count of data. So if we have odd, then just the middle number. If we have even counts of data, then the mean of those two middle numbers. In a list of numbers that have been arranged in numerical order from smallest, largest, or largest, smallest. So in here, we don't just get whatever is on the middle, okay? So once you've got the data, so you must arrange it. So it is very important to be arranged, okay? That one, we call that one a rank list, okay? So it should be in a rank list. So it doesn't matter if it's from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. So either of those two, so it's okay. So in here, you have to arrange that or those data first before we can get whatever is on the middle, okay? So we have two ways to solve for the median, okay? So actually three ways, okay? The very first step is rank it first, okay? You have to form a rank list. So again, smallest to largest or largest to smallest, so either of those two. And then now we have to consider whether the count of the data, okay, is odd or even. Now, if it's odd, then super easy, you're lucky. So meaning whatever is on the middle, then that's already our median. But if it's, you know, even, say we have 6 counts of data. So of course, between those is 3.5, right? So we cannot see whatever, you know, is the middle. It's like there's no number between those 6 counts of data. So the one thing that we need to do is we're going to apply arithmetic mean. Okay, so we have to get the uh, middle or the two middle numbers. Okay, wherein let's say this one and then this one, and then add those two and then divide it by two. Okay, so by simply applying arithmetic mean, then whatever's the result, then that would be our median. All right, so are we clear so far regarding with median? Is it crystal clear? Oh guys, you guys still there?
Yes, sir.
All right, so is this topic clear, median, or kailangan nyo ng example para mas maintindihan?
I can't answer kasi huli ko sa...
Ano yan? Ano yan? Ano yan? Naintindihan? All right. So I'm not really sure if you guys get it or no. Anyway, so let's move on for you to be able to understand what is or how to solve the median. So we have here the example. So find the median of those two numbers, okay? So we have 4, 8, 1, 49, 21, and then 12, and then for the second one is 46, 23, 92, 89, 77, and then 108. So what is our median in number one? What is our
1,
median?
1, 4, 8, 9, 2, 14.
Okay, so ano
Sir,
si
median, sir.
yes, median.
9, sir.
9, sir.
Fine. All right, so let's see.
9.
So again, we have 3 steps to solve that one. So arrange that one, or 2 steps actually. So arrange that one from smallest to largest, or largest to smallest, so either of those two. So 1, 4, 8, 9,
Oh my God.
12, 14, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Sir,
5,
is
6,
it ano?
4, 6,
Is
7.
it 8.5?
And
Or
for what number?
yung sa 1 po?
Why 8.5? First,
Hindi
you
po.
arrange
Ba?
that
Sige
one,
po.
right? And then second, we verify whether this one is even or odd. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is what? Is that odd or even? Is that add or even, guys? 7.
Add, sir.
Add
Add.
po.
Okay. So kayo, nakalimutan nyo na ba yung add or even? Okay, so again, if it's add whatever is on the middle, okay, that's your median already. So since right here, we have 3 on the other side and then 3 on the other side also. So you can say this is the middle number, okay, which is 9. So this is our median, all right? But for the number 2, okay, what is our median?
83.
So we arrange it first, 23, 46. So I'm not sure if we can finish this one since I guess we only have 30 seconds. Anyway, so para mas clear, baka mabitin tayo. So we will just continue this one on the part 2. Okay, kasi baka matapos na kagad yung oras. So for now, again, wait 5 to 7 minutes. So just wait for the second part. Right, so goodbye for now. So you guys may now leave, just wait for the part 2. Right.
Mama chup chup, mama.